Welcome back, fellow mobile gaming fanatics. I'm MyTyme, back with another episode of MyNBA2k18. I'm going to start off by showing you the people who have made the team. Now, thank you for everyone who did apply. Sorry those of you that maybe got a couple of days later. It was kind of pretty much full by then. Spaces will become available and I will let people know. At the moment, there's nothing for teams apart from the daily perks or opening the packs, which is actually pretty good because you do get those boosts for your attributes, so they're not to be snubbed at. They are helping. But the 15 people, well, including myself, we have Chris Danger, DJ Baker 24, DJ Yes, thanks dude for supporting me for a long time. We've got Goat, Justin Lame, again somebody who's been around for a long time, LeBron James, LT, NZ Jezza, probably one of the people who helped me the most when I was first back in my NBA. We got Ray, Sergeant Hendren, Slam Dunk, Cyber 35, West Goat and Willie White. Now you can see most of the people now are up in towards Epic, a few towards the top of Ultra Rare. They'll get into Epic pretty soon, working into Epic Prime. Obviously I don't expect everyone to play every day and to spend money on the game. It is a bit of a grind, but it looks like we've got a few changes coming in the future. Now first of all, I want to thank everyone who has been telling me about the free pro. So I'm going to be a bit over the place in this kind of video. At the moment I'm in the playoffs here, so I lost a couple of games. I won the first game, didn't charge, and Can came to give it to me. But if anyone can, I can get this done, okay? So I just won the last game having charged. I've now charged up, I believe, for the next game, and yeah, they're all charged. So hopefully I'll be able to sneak this 4-3. Now unfortunately for me, I started this playoff after the playoff changes, and for those of you who are unaware of what the playoff changes are, they reduced the time. So the game used to take 4 hours to complete, it now takes 3 hours, and it used to have a 2-hour break between games. There is now only a 1-hour break. So they've worked it out that it went from 4 days or so if you won all 16 matches to now being about just over 2.5 days. And if you had to play all 24 matches to get to the end, so obviously every game went to a tiebreaker, then oops, that's the wrong part to click on, then it would take about 7 days. That's been reduced to about 4, so it's somewhere around there now. It doesn't apply for playoffs that were already in place, so for me I was stuck unfortunately in this. So this will finish before the 21st, and then I'll be able to use my one-time pro, which expires then. Now if somebody downloads the game now, do they still have the same time to use that one-time pro? Well, I think, and I could be wrong, I think if they are going to introduce events, which ironically would drop on the Thursday, the 21st, then they have to get rid of that pro bonus, because otherwise what people could do is they could get one card and one event card and pro it straight away, and somebody might just try and rush out an event pro. They don't want you using those cards and event cards. That's a fact. That perk is meant to be used on the regular cards in the game to encourage people to get packs to get one of the top cards to pro. It's not designed to be using event cards. Therefore I do think if you start the game up, that event pro, that one-time pro card will either A, have expired and not be in play for people who start the game after the 21st, or B, there'll be some kind of restrictor on it which doesn't allow you to use an event cards. That's my opinion anyway. So they have made changes to the playoffs. That card, if you haven't used your one-time pro, does expire on the 21st. Thank you for everyone who did remind me. I've had quite a few of you. I did know about it, but thank you. Here you go. So we will be doing that. I can't do this shit. What am I doing? Why am I clicking on it? I'll be doing that once my season finishes. They did another change as well with the tickets. Many of you probably already know this, it has been covered by other YouTubers, but if we come to, and I didn't want to click on packs, if we come to tickets, you will see now that the ticket store, the packs have been dropped drastically. You no longer have to get 400 tickets for the top pack. They did one change, they did a second change, a new change now is 150 tickets for the top pack in ultra rare to elite. That's a lot more manageable, especially now that they seem to have adapted the missions. Now as you can see, I've only been playing for a little bit. These missions are pretty simple to do. 3 players from your favourite team, 20 uncommons, 7 rare, and 9 common players from Central Division. Now it might take a while, but they're a lot more manageable than some of the other ones, like for example get 3 ultra rare small forwards. You may play for 10 hours and only get maybe 12 ultra rare cards, for example, and you know, not guaranteed that your 3 of them are going to be small forwards, so it can be a complete ball ache. But now that seems to be rectified, so hopefully those tickets can be good, not just for myself but for the rest of you guys. Now we did get in fact, let's work this through. We did get a couple of decent picks. We ended up with, from a spinner, where are you, you're just down here. We ended up with Steve Adams. Okay, so I did get this epic prime foil from a spinner, so that's a really good spinner, good use of my 25 credits. I see a lot of you guys are using those 500 credits they gave you to upgrade your spinners. Still think it's the best value for money in the game at the moment. On top of that, we did pull one D'Angelo Russell regular epic prime from the board. That's the only thing above rare that we have, sorry, above epic that we have pulled. So the D'Angelo Russell, got that from Steve Adams, and I did get a reset, or when people call reset, basically a top tier pull. So top tier pull, we got Paul George. Haven't leveled up anything yet, wasn't a foreign unfortunately, but Paul George, really good, really glad to get another card, another elite card in the deck. So as you can see, this is what the team is looking like now. The choice is going to be, do I want to pro Kemba Walker or Nikola Jokic? Now the fact that he is above Kemba should mean that he is fractionally better, but if I actually look at his stats, 12 points better, he's miles better, he's just behind, so he's the better card. He's more of an all-round card, where Kemba Walker obviously does specialise in offensive playmaking more, so I will probably end up proing this card for the sake of it out of the two, although I do prefer the Kemba Walker image. But anyway, that is the good news, guys. So the team has come alive a bit. We've got a few more cards. I hope you're going to get this playoff done. The new playoffs, good changes for everyone out there. I do recommend, if you started to build a team, try and play a playoff, even if you're not necessarily going to get a card that you really like. If it's completed in about 3 days or so and you're pulling just even regular epic prime cards, because we don't know what the rewards and events are going to be yet, and we also don't know, it doesn't seem to be too easy to get a load of board resets, then it's going to be worth trying to get a few extra cards from those playoffs, especially now that they've been reduced in time. Now what I'm going to try and do is I'm actually trying to improve my catalogue. I don't know why, and I will just give you an example of what I've been doing when I've been getting cards, apart from training a few of them in my playoff, just to improve my playoff team, because in the final I was like, oh, I'm not going to lose this. People out here, for example, I've started putting some training cards into Nene here. I've also done it in where are those? Is it uncommon? Nope. Oh, maybe I think I trained them away. Yeah, basically rares, ultra rares, etc. I'm just training cards in where I've got some duplicates. I'll keep my 2 Wilson Chandlers for now. I'll keep what else have I got? I've got a couple, 2 Zach Collins. I'll keep some of the duplicates for now, train my cards into them, pro them up, and then train the pros into my better cards, just so I can try and go through and start working on the catalogue. Not that it makes any difference, but I've always wanted to in some of the other games, and I think if you start off early like that, so rather than just always throwing all my commons, uncommons into my best cards, I'll put them into some of my duplicate rares and ultra rares. And as I ran out of those duplicates and epic duplicates, I'll then start putting them into my commons and uncommons and throwing them up. And although it makes no difference, I think it will look nice to go through catalogues and see how many of the teams and how full out I can actually get them. Don't get me wrong, it is going to be difficult given the number of foils in this game and how hard it is going to be to get foil pros, but still, it's just going to give me something to do in the meantime, rather than aimlessly throwing away cards into my best cards. Now I'm going to give everyone one little tip here that I have noticed. If you do play on a platform like I'm using BlueStacks, there are various other versions of it. Some people use Andy, some people use Droid. There's different ways. If you find that loading the adverts causes it to crash, because certain adverts will load and certain won't, then what you would want to do is play it and, sorry, let me rephrase this. That was a very bad, let me rephrase this. If you were playing and your adverts struggle on your platform. So you try it and you've given up with the adverts, because sometimes, depending on which advert it is, it will cause the app to crash and you have to reload it, etc. If you get a spinner and you want to upgrade it by watching the ad, if you watch the ad and it crashes, you don't lose the spinner, okay? You say load it back up, try to watch it again, same thing happens. If that does, whatever you do, don't just accept the lowest spinner. Say if it's an uncommon or a rare spinner, load it up on a tablet or phone where the ads will working fine. It will still be there as soon as you log in and go into that mode. So as soon as you go into head to head, it will be there. It will give you the option to spin now or to watch the advert. Watch the advert on your phone or your tablet, do the spinner, do the upgrade if you're going to do it, if you've got the credits for it, get your rewards, then come back out of it and go back onto your platform. Okay, just so you know, you don't lose it just because the game crashes there and then. It doesn't mean that you're going to end up losing that spinner. You just have to go to a mode or a platform where the ads are working, where they're more stable. As I said, my Samsung Android has been completely fine, absolutely no problems with ads. BlueStacks, however, some ads work, some ads don't. So that's a tip. Don't just take that lowest spinner, it's not worth it. Watching that free ad every time, okay, it's always worth it upgrading into the spinner above. Even if there was a card, you know, there's nothing you're guaranteed on the lowest spinners. So just don't sit there thinking, oh no, I have to take the lowest spinners because you're playing on your PC or something. Same again if you, I can't tell you on iPhones, okay, and I can't tell you on all platforms because I can only tell you from my experience. But it does work, I know that for a fact. I've done it a number of times. Say for example here, if I were to get a spinner, then I would just be going straight back out onto my phone to collect the spinner, to upgrade it, collect it, and then I come back in onto here to play. So just get these free picks and let you know, guys, that I am getting close to those 1,000 games. Head-to-head matches do not count towards your ladder rewards. Bear that in mind, okay? They are completely separate. So if you want to get the ladder rewards, you have to play through normal games. If you want to get ranked up higher in the leaderboard for head-to-head to get potentially better spinners, you play head-to-head. Now I'm still in tier 4. I can't see myself getting out of tier 4 anytime soon because I'm not playing the game enough, and I played about 900 games I think in a quick game, so yeah, just over. So we're working towards it. We'll be really interested to see what the event is going to be, see if I can push through it and get something good from that. But I'll be back with more details when we know more information on it. So thank you very much for watching. Good luck with the game. Let me know how you're getting on, and I'll see you all soon.